Happy New Year, Scotty here, and it's another daily video. So this one's all about self-care. Self-care is a big deal, and we talk about it a lot as trainers in the gym. But it's fascinating when people hear self-care. I think most people think of, oh, I'll get a massage, or I'll have a nap, or something like that, a hot bath, or something like that. And that's true. That is really great self-care. But there's a lot more to self-care than just those things. A lot of people just spent time over the holidays. And I know it's not everybody, but for the most, we had just had Christmas and New Year's, and you were maybe immersed with family and some sort of tradition, whether it was, like some people, that's quiet time alone. And I know the holidays can be tough for some people, but it can also be just this great rousing time with family and friends and noise and all this stuff, and you know, the tree and all the trimmings of Christmas and turkey and all the food and cookies and cakes and alcohol and all the fun great things. And then New Year's, you put on a funny hat and you make the noisemaker, hey, 2020, which is kind of a big deal. And it might have involved gallons of eggnog, that was me, and you know, like tons of cookies, also me. Could have been chips, potato chips, that's not me. Wine, I don't, but stuff like that. So that whole big holiday time is, what if I told you that was also self-care? Because that's taking care of those memories of childhood where Christmas was a big deal. And that time of year is a festive, supportive, fun, amazing, soul-enriching piece of life. And that's also self-care. Like, I know it's stressful, and I know it's all of the, you got to get everything done. Oh, I got to get a gift for so-and-so, or whatever stress you put yourself in. People are more or worse with that. But think of that glorious time of holidays as a gift and as self-care. Because the big thing we're hearing right now, the big talk around our world, people coming to us, asking questions of me, reaching out to me, emailing me, calling me, is about, oh, I gained 10 pounds over the holidays, and they're using the holidays as a stick to beat themselves with. And that's not helping. That's not self-care. That's self-abuse. And I would advise you to smile and remember that the holiday indulgences are fun, and they're rich. They're a richness. They're a celebration of how abundant we are. And they're not, don't use it as a punishment. I'm begging you, don't use that as a punishment. Because yes, you do need to draw a line in the sand where you go, okay, I'm done with those foods that aren't supporting me because my weight went up and I look in the mirror and I feel sad. Okay, so we know that those things have to be a period of time and then they're done. And now we move on. And that's great, because now you come back to the gym, you come back to eating well, you come back to taking care of yourself, and that's beautiful, because that is also self-care. So my 15 points of self-care, the first one is rest. You need to get some rest. We are a sleep-deprived society. We stay up watching Netflix or being on our phones way too late at night, and then you get up early because you got to go because your day's waiting for you, and it's just a relentless pattern and not enough sleep. So self-care tip number one, you got to get some rest. Self-care tip number two, I like this one, although I'm not a big bath guy, but hot Epsom salt bath. When you're sore and you've been working hard and you've been really hard at it, relentless in all kinds of different ways, a hot Epsom salt bath is magical. Your body transdermally through your skin absorbs minerals and the heat and everything. It really restores you. I have safely had a nap in my Epsom salt bath as well. So you can do two things at once. My number three self-care tip is exercise. Exercise is one of the most profound self-care tips I can give you. Take care of your body. The human body, and I say this all the time, is a stimulus response device. You need to stimulate it to change, to be fit, to be healthy, to preserve muscle, to burn fat. You need to make it do that. And exercise is the way through, and it is so rewarding as a human body to exercise. Self-care. You've got to take care of your body. If you are not exercising, you are getting more and more and more unfit every single day. The human body never stays still. It's either getting fit or unfit every day. And so if you're not getting fit, you're getting unfit. And that's a daily choice. Self-care is exercise. Okay. Number 4, eat foods that support your healthy body to repair itself, to take care of itself. Like, look, I love cakes and cookies and eggnog and all that kind of stuff, and it's fun, but it's not healthy and it's not moving me forward. It's pulling me backwards. And I need to recognize that and go, you know what? That's great, but it's time to move forward. Eat foods that are healthy and take care of your body. Tip number 5, laughter. Oh my gosh, we need to laugh more. Okay, don't put it on, but children laugh 200 to 300 times a day, and the studies show that adults laugh maybe 20. They're kicking our butt. I have a 7-year-old, and he giggles all the time, and that makes me laugh. We need to laugh. Laughter is good. So find something funny. You know, we are addicted to our smartphones, but make it work in your favor. Pull up YouTube and pull up your favorite comedian or any comedian, or just put funny comedian and just watch a little 2-3 minute video and laugh. Really good for you. That's self-care. It does all kinds of wee good things with your endorphins and all the good stuff in your brain. Number 6, massage. We talked that at the top of the list, and I've got on 6. These are kind of no real order, but massage is also really great. Sometimes massage is fixing something that's not happy, but sometimes massage is relaxing. And if you can do it, get a massage. Take care. That's a really good piece of self-care. Now, number 7 is spending time with great people. Thanks for the like. And laughing and smiling. Spend time with wonderful people. Again, that's one of the great things about the holidays is spending time with great people you don't get to see very often. That is self-care. Human beings we're pack animals. We want to be around other people. Not always. There are times to be alone, but surround yourself with wonderful people and spend time with family. They're not always going to be here. So that's valuable. Like we spent Christmas with Oma and Opa. They're mid-80s. There's going to be a time we won't be able to go to Oma's house for Christmas. Enjoy that. That's self-care. Number 8, research good things that are going on in the world. I posted, Chris Hadfield is a Canadian astronaut that has been up in the space station and everything. And he posted a whole thing about why 2020 is great. And then I found another one. There's some really good stuff going on in the world. Really good stuff. Humpback whales are making a resurgence from near extinction, and there's kids inventing enzymes that turn plastic into or bacteria that turns plastic into enzymes, and there's really good stuff going on in the world, and you need to research that. Because if you don't, the only thing you're going to see on your feed is, Trudeau sucks, and the climate change sucks, and the Australia's on fire. Yes, there are things going on in the world that are not great, and we need to do something about them, but we also need to remember that there's good stuff going on in the world. There's a lot of good stuff going on in the world. And that is self-care. Because if you just marinate in bad news, everything goes bad. Your energy drops. Everything goes toxic. Self-care means protecting yourself from those things. And that brings me to point number 9, which is to set boundaries. You need to have boundaries. And that involves not only negative news, but negative people. Sometimes negative people in negative situations, you need to limit exposure to those. That is self-care. You need to defend your bubble. You need to defend your right to be happy. And there are some people and some news situations that are just not working. Nothing about you watching that negative piece of news will change the world, so just don't. You don't need to know that stuff. You don't need to know that somebody was horribly murdered and all the grim details. That's negative. That's not self-care. That's self-stress. It has the opposite effect. Okay, number 10, and I love this one, spend some time alone. I have a very busy life, a very public life, a very serving other people life, and I'm constantly surrounded by people, and I love that. And when I get home at night and my son is to bed, I just want to be quiet and alone and by myself, and that's important. That's self-care. Spend some time alone. You need that too, once in a while. And number 11, and I got to work on this one myself, but spend a day, plan some time off, a day off from all things. I haven't had one of these for a long time, and I miss it. No cell phone, no computers, no TV, just some time alone. Plan a day for that. Pick a time in your calendar, whenever it is, when you can take a day legitimately off. You're not doing chores, you're not fixing things, you're not helping others, your phone's turned off, you don't look at the computer, you don't turn on the TV, you have maybe a book, and it's just a you day. Plan a you day. That's some really good self-care. I've done this recently. Point number 12 is write a list of the best things in your life. There's so many things in our lives that are challenges, and we need to work on those. But stop and write down a list of all the great things in your life, the best things that ever happened, the best things that are going on, like from the past month or year or decade. I mean, it's 2020. It's a great chance to look at back. What has the last 10 years given that's been phenomenal? There's tons of them. And sometimes we need to stop and just remember, wait a second, there's a lot of good going on. Again, it kind of comes up to that other point, but write a list of the best things in your life. A clean toothbrush. That's amazing. Half of the world doesn't have a clean toothbrush with toothpaste and running water. Make a list of the good things. That's self-care, because it reminds you of how good things are, and they are good. Drink some water. Drink some water. Start the day with a big old glass of water. Right now, wherever you are, if you can, drink some water. I'm like, I don't have any in front of me. As soon as I get back to my office, I'm gonna drink some water. Really good for you. Does all kinds of good things for your body to let cells communicate, exchange toxins, bring in oxygen. Everything works with water in your body. You're 40 to 70% water. Get some water in. Drink some water. Easy thing to do. That's self-care. Volunteer somewhere. Find a cause that you love, and just even an hour, go volunteer. Volunteering is amazing for a lot of reasons. Not only does it help the world function, but you get to stop thinking about all of your challenges and problems and work on serving someone else. And that is a beautiful gift for you and them. That's self-care. Volunteering is a gift, and I highly recommend it. It feels so good to stop worrying about all your problems and just help somebody else with what they need. It's a gift. Okay, sit up straight. Just right now, just straighten your shoulders, sit up straight, change your posture from this to this, sit up straight and take a deep breath. And the deep breath goes like this. So first we breathe out before we breathe in. So then, and hold that in breath. 3, 2, 1, then breathe it all the way out. And breathe it out with effort. A little more. And then in. You just gave your body life, oxygen, all of the amazing good stuff that it needs. Stop for a second and breathe. That's self-care, and it's easy. People go, I don't have time for self-care. Yes, you do. That took 30 seconds. Drink a glass of water. I see that one of you, Lydia, did that. That's beautiful. Take care of yourself. Cool. Self-care matters because you matter. You're important. You're the most important because you're serving the world and you're helping everybody, and they need you to take care of yourself, because you can't take care of yourself if you're falling apart because you're not letting anything good come to you through self-care. I encourage you. Alicia started to volunteer. Yeah, it's so great. Volunteering is amazing. Awesome. Thanks for checking this out. I wish you guys an amazing 2020. Thanks for checking out the videos. Take care of yourself, okay? If you need these 15 tips, you know what? I'll post them here so you've got them. Good. Awesome. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.